Hey guys, Connor and Logan here, and today we're going to be making a simple Snoof puppet. If you don't have these patterns yet, download them from the link below at www.puppeteer.com and get your copy right now.
Do you want help? So those are all the Snoofs?
So these are the two puppets that I made using the exact same pattern.
Why don't you put your
There
hands?
are really limitless features to what you can add to make the character you need. You can use different eyes, different eyelids, ears on the dog, build up the forehead. You could do whatever.
You want help with those guys back?
You can put the back you want. So let's get started.
Film me.
Huh?
Film me.
Well, the first thing you're gonna do is cut out your pattern pieces like this. And I forgot to measure it down to 5 inches, so I'm gonna do that whilst I'm tracing. So let's start off with a nice piece of fabric. In this case, I'm using fur. You could use fleece or felt or really anything you want. So what I do is I lay the fabric down on the side and on the netting because I don't want to accidentally trace it on the face of the fur. But make sure to pay attention to the nap of the fabric. It should be going up or down. I prefer for it to be going down. So now what I'll do is I'll take my pattern
Why do you prefer for it to be going down?
like this, and just kind of trace around it using a Sharpie marker. Sharpie is great for tracing out this type of fur. But if your fur is an even lighter color, it's a good tip to actually use a highlighter instead. So now I think I'm gonna trace out my pattern pieces.
Did you hear my question?
Yeah,
Why do you like it with the fur to go down?
because it helps it look very clean looking.
Oh, more like,
So now let me start tracing around it.
okay.
Just like that.
What's another trick that Adam Kreutinger does when he's cutting fur? Instead of cutting, he uses
Okay. So can you mark where 5 inches is?
5 inches.
Yeah,
What do you need 5 inches?
because the pattern said to extend that down to 5 inches.
So we'll go. Right there.
Now I'll be tracing it out. Just like that. Okay, now let's trace the mouth. So now I'll make a little notch in the pattern. Then I just flip it over to the other side and trace it how I did before. Or kind of like this.
Yeah, because what does that do if you put them back to back like that?
It makes the pattern line up easier.
Well,
And then I'll make that little notch again there. Then I'll trace it down exactly just
that
like-
saves you from having to glue one line,
Yeah.
right?
okay. So now when you go to cut this out, you can use a pair of scissors, or you can use a snap blade like this. If you're using scissors, make sure to do. If you're using little scissors, make sure to do the mini cuts, just cutting the back of the netting.
Because what do you think that does?
Because that'll prevent it from making a mess.
Yeah.
But it's much faster best that you use a razor blade and cut straight on those lines. But using scissors for this project is not recommended because it can change the length of the fur around the edges. Okay, so we just trimmed the bottom. Now what I'll do, now we're gonna trim the sides. Make sure you don't accidentally trim the chin off.
Because this makes it where you don't cut the extra.
Yeah, this makes it so you don't cut anything extra off.
Well, with the scissors, you cut through
the fur really easy.
the fur. Yeah, exactly. Versus this makes it where you just are cutting the backing piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. Now get an adult.
Now make sure to keep this tool really safe away from kids, because this could actually hurt your skin.
Yeah, it could be a pretty good cut.
Yeah.
You mind if we switch places a little bit?
Yeah, now it's...
No, I can get it with this, so we don't have to. You got it?
Got it. Okay, so there we go. Now we have our pattern all cut out. The next thing you want to do is start to stitch it, or, well, now what you want to do is you want to put these two pieces together. Now I wouldn't recommend stitching this together because that would take a long time. But I would normally use hot glue to attach this, but today I'm just going to use this Fabri-Tac right here. I use an off brand called Beacon. So the first thing that the first thing I'll do is I'll sandwich all of the fur right here, like this, and then just kind of open this up.
We don't have to do a lot.
You tell that it's a little old because of all the glue marks it has on it. But if you want to clean it, use a goof off spray. Now
it kind of comes off on its own too.
Yeah. Now let's start gluing. Wait, no, glue on the face of the fur.
What do you want? Glue on this way, so it.
Yeah, by gluing it on the face of the fur, that'll allow the seam to be on the inside.
It's kind of hard because of the fur.
No, I'll do it.
You'll do it? Okay.
Yeah, here I go. Now hold it down. Just be sure not to glue the bottom shut by accident. And don't glue the mouth or the entrance hole shut. You want to leave those open. And again, I normally would make a line of glue going down this line right here, but since I mirrored the pattern, that's already one piece. Now we're done with the body for right now. Next, choose a fabric for. Now it's time for to make the mouth plate. Now there's a ton of options you can use to make your mouth plates. So a lot of people like to use felt, which is a perfectly fine option. But something that I really recommend is a nice velvet. This is more of a rum velvet. Good shade of red or black would be fine for this project. So I think I'm gonna use this for today. So now what I'll do is I am going to take my mouth plate pattern.
So I'll move this over here so that
Move it out of the way. And make sure you accidentally don't trace it on this side. You want to trace it on this side right here. So now I am going to take my pattern and just trace around it. Now make sure to leave notch, and then again, make sure to leave seam allowances if you plan on
sewing it.
machine stitching it. Though I don't have a sewing machine today.
You gotta speak up so that people can hear you.
So I don't have a sewing machine today. So I'm just gonna stick it.
You're gonna glue it in, right?
Yeah, sure.
You gotta
Like
tell
that.
them so they can hear
And
the
make
instructions.
sure you label it top and bottom. Now what you would do is you would take your scissors and just cut it out. Kind of like this.
Do you forget to turn the scissors over, or do you just?
I just forgot. I just forget.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we go. Now we have our mouth plate. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'll set this mouth plate inside of this puppet. So what I do is I'm just kind of, I'll kind of open the mouth, and then I'll put those notches right where they originally were, and then I line this up directly on my puppet. So now what I'll do is I'll take this mouth plate here and just cut. And do I mind if you sent this in?
Yep. What do you need?
Here.
You want me to do it?
Yep.
Okay. Do you want me to use Fabri-Tac, or do you want me to use something else?
I think this.
Okay.
Okay, so you might find that to be really handy while you're doing this. Now it's important to glue the mouth plate into the puppet since velvet doesn't line up evenly.
I still need more there. Oh,
and it can be really wrinkly.
A little bit.
Now what you would do is you would take the chin. Okay, so now fold it on to the other side and press it down really firmly. Okay, so there we go.
Let that get set up a little bit.
Yeah. So while we let it set up a little bit, next I want to make the mouth plate. Next I want to make a mouth plate support. Now there's a ton of options that you can use to make your mouth plate. Some people use it in plywood or a balsa wood. And some people even use cardboard, paper, or fabric sandwiched together. Though I would not recommend that because if your hand gets sweaty, the cardboard can break down. One of my favorite things to use when I'm making a mouth plate on a new puppet is a plastic from a storage bin or a piece of craft foam. Today I'm going to use the craft foam. Draw my pattern again.
No, I'm going to bring up where I need to. Almost.
Okay. So now what I'll do is I will take a piece of.
You're not going to use craft? What? Can you use craft foam like this, like two pieces? Do one color for the top and one color for the bottom?
No. I think I'm good.
No, you use
So
that.
yeah. So now I want to take some plastic from the storage bin and lay it down really firmly onto this plastic.
But I liked how you you knew that wasn't going to work,
So
and then you switched up and you came up with a better, different solution.
So the reason why I like to use plastic, corrugated plastic for a mouth plate is because the plastic is gonna last a really long time. I gotta make sure to make. Okay, so now I just labeled each of those mouth plates, top and bottom. So now the tool, depending on the tool to cut this out, will depend on a little bit of the thickness of the plastic. For most of these storage bins, regular scissors will work fine. But if you find this a little thick and a little tough, then you could use this crescent whisk tool. Today I'm going to use the crescent whisk tool to get through the edges, and then the scissors to do the fine cutting. Cut this out.
Put the snips down. Put the snips down.
Okay, so now let's use the scissors to do some fine cutting.
Want me to help?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now if you're using plastic for the mouth plate, you're going to want to have to cut those two pieces in half. But with the craft foam, you don't need to cut it in half. You could just leave it as it is. Now some of those corners are really sharp, so I like to just take them off. Yeah. Okay, and now I like to gently hit the edges with a little bit of sandpaper. This is about 100% grip.
100 grit.
100 grit.
There you go.
Down. And make a point to pull down when you're using this type of sandpaper. There we go.
Sometimes it's easier if you put this down. So instead of trying to do two, just put that. There you go. I'll hold this. There you go. What is it about puppets that makes you the most happy?
Because I love every glue.
You like the gluing part?
Mm-hmm.
Do you like the pretending part too? And like the imagination?
Anything. Okay. Now, there we go. These mouth plates are all done. And now we're going to be setting them into this puppet. Now you can use any type of glue to attach it in. You can use contact cement or hot glue. But my favorite is spray adhesive.
Do you want to use
This is a Super 7 spray adhesive.
Well,
I found out that it works easier with this pattern.
do you want to use contact cement for this one?
No, I'm good.
You're good?
So now what I would do is I would take my Snoof
Well, hold on. We
like
gotta.
this.
So I think Kreutinger makes us do this too, to make it where it sticks a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
Is you rough this up.
also best to see the edges as well.
So you're putting some texture on it so that it's easier to grip with the. There you go.
Okay, there we go. Now these mouth plates are all sanded. And now what I will do is I will set them inside of this puppet. So now I'm going to use the spray adhesive.
Which side are we doing? With this side or
yeah,
this?
This side. Yeah.
So that's getting glue?
So now what I'll do is I'll spray these mouth plates.
Okay, watch yourself.
Now don't forget to spray the velvet. No, don't forget to spray the fabric mouth as well.
Okay, and what did we learn about spray and stuff? Do it in a well-ventilated area, right?
Or use a respirator.
So what's it like here? Do we have, in our workshop, do we have a fan? Hold on,
Yeah.
let it get tacky.
Wait.
Do we have a fan?
Yeah.
And then do we let the door open?
Yeah.
So we get a lot of airflow?
Yeah, we got a lot of air ventilation.
Because what did you learn one time when you did it with like all the doors closed? Did it make you cough a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what puppet were we building when we were doing that?
I don't remember, but I know.
Now make sure to line the bottom with the bottom and the top with the top. It's easiest to press the mouth plates down once you attach them into your puppet. So now I'm gonna attach this on, lining up those center notches. And there we go. Now we have a good fit. So now what you would do is you are gonna turn this inside out.
Yeah. Okay.
So let's go.
You want to do it with your hand in it? It's so good.
Yeah.
Look at him. He's coming alive. There you go. All down here, you push through with your hands. Slowly working it. Yep. Yep.
Okay. So now you. Okay. So now you could stop right here, but I also want to glue in a little puppet tongue. I built this tongue, and now I'm gonna place it inside of this Snoof. But before I place it in, I want to trim the fur around the face a little bit.
Oh,
Can I see him?
Yeah, we're trying to get his mouth plate out. There we go. Ta-da!
Okay, so now let's stuff all this fur out of the way. And now I think we might need to trim the fur around his face. Now, people ask me if I use electric razors to do this, but I'm sure it'll work, but I've never tried it. I only use a pair of scissors.
Please watch your fingers, bud.
Okay.
Are you making this puppet for anybody special?
No, every puppet I build is for me only.
For you only?
Now I'm going to be setting this mouth plate inside of our puppet. Now you could use any type of glue to attach this in. You could use contact cement or hot glue, but I like to use Fabri-Tac. Okay, so now let's glue it in.
So what type of things do you feel when you're making puppets? Can you think of any of your emotions?
I feel really happy.
So you think happy. What else?
Entertained.
Entertained. How about...
Okay, so now let me take this tongue and press it down really firmly, just like that. And I also want to attach my own nose on as well. I'm going to use this blue pom-pom for today, but you could use whatever you like to use. So I'll just kind of close this mouth, put a touch of glue around that spot.
Give it a minute to set up, right?
Yeah, so now, okay, so now you see that the nose is on, but it still isn't dry, so I'm gonna completely hold it down until it's dry. Press it down really
firm?
well, like that. Alright, so you could stop right here. And I also want to add some icing hair.
Are you going to use these eyeballs?
So, I have these feathers running around my shop, and I think they would make a perfect hairdo for this new puppet. So, what I'll do is I'll take some feathers, just like this, and then I'll just kind of now what I'll do I would cut some of this extra off so that I get some little tufts like this. So now I'll be gluing these onto my puppet. So I just put a touch of Fabri-Tac.
So far, what's been your favorite puppet to make?
This is my Snoof.
The Snoof been your all-time favorite?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, even more than the no-sew puppet?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, what made you start liking puppets?
Adam.
Adam did?
Mm-hmm.
And how did you find Adam?
I don't know.
You don't remember?
Yeah, I don't.
Okay. What did you like before you started doing puppets? What was your hobby?
I was a former craft unboxer.
Oh, an unboxer? That was what you liked to do before?
Yeah.
Okay. Has this been your favorite hobby so far?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Dude's gonna have some wild hair, huh? Alright, do you need to blow your nose?
Okay, so now what I'll do is I'll cut this ping pong ball in half now. Using...
Hold on, what are we doing?
I want to cut this ping pong ball in half.
Why?
So now I'll cut this ping pong ball in
Why don't you do the eyeball ones?
No, it's okay, it's okay.
Because look, I think we can do the eyeball ones. I could cut those in half and then you already have that big eyeball. You want to use these?
Yeah.
Okay.
How about we use those two?
Okay.
Yeah, we could cut them on we could use the blank side.
You want to use the blank side?
Uh-huh.
You don't want to use the side with the actual eyeballs?
Yeah.
Okay, watch so.
I'm also gonna make some pupils for him as well. Hey Dad.
Yeah.
Can we also make pupils from the exact same method that we used in the last video?
Oh, these don't cut very well. Alright, you want to do it both?
No, now we're gonna use the scissors to get through the rough.
Maybe it was just that one. This one cuts really easy.
Okay, so now we have our very own puppet eyes. So now what I'll do is I'll glue these on.
You want to use Fabri-Tac or do you want to use the hot glue gun? I don't know if you're going to glue it in like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if that'll make it. Right.
But how do we put them on?
Maybe we put some foam inside of them.
Oh, okay.
Do we have any bigger
So
foam?
if your eyes are
Why don't we use some of
hollow,
this foam? Because that foam seems to be too small. We're going to use thicker foam.
wait, no, don't. Ah! Got it.
I think we could use a bigger piece. Here's what I was thinking. Can I show you?
Okay, we are almost done with this little Snoof.
Getting so messy. We gotta clean up a little bit all the stuff here. Whoa, whoa, what are we doing with double-sided tape? Stop, stop, stop.
I'm gonna make puppet pupils.
Alright, let's hold on one thing at a time. Okay. So hang tight for 1 second. Let's just let the hot glue gun heat up.
Okay.
Connor, hey, Connor.
I'm just gonna.
Connor, just wait.
I'm just gonna make it 50
I know,
eyes.
just wait. Just be patient, please. Trust me. Please be patient. Please be patient.
Okay. Even I'm just cutting it in.
I know. And you'll be able to do it in a second. Let's glue it in first, and then we'll know exactly how big it needs to be. Okay. So glue's heating up. How's he looking?
He's looking good.
Yeah? Why don't you show everybody?
So, this is how he's looking so far.
Like
So, want to make this a live video?
it is live.
Well, but I want to make it live when we upload it on YouTube.
Well, you want to have it where it's real, like in real time, I think, or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And after that, you have a cute little bug. Do you want to use the hot glue gun to put those on? Yep. So, but first, let me.
No. Put the first one on. Where do you want to put it? Right here?
Right. Yeah.
What you doing with that?
Oh.
Come on. So I think we left the yellow on, right? And then we cut around it while it was still on the paper.
Yeah. Click up here if you want to see how to make puppet pupils. So what I'll do is I'll take a scrappy piece like this. Just scrap the piece. Now what I do is I take 2 pins, line one up directly on the eye, then I put the pupil where I want it to go. And then press it down really firmly, just like that. There you go. Now you have a simple little puppet. And here he is. And Dad, might move out of the way for a little bit.
Oh, yep.
Thank you. Okay, so there we go. Now this puppet is all finished. And here he is in action. La, 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 la. Oh, what's this? Oh, hello you guys, it's me. My name is Greedy the Snoof. Wow, I love how I came out. So if you like learning how to make puppets, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Oh, so now you have just a fun little puppet that you can manipulate and do some fun little things with. And this project will work really good for kids and adults too. Notice I love the feathers that he has for hair, but he looks really good. Yeah. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Leave a comment down below to wait for my next upcoming videos. So thanks and see you next time.